This movie came out in 2010. We're getting old. Full reactions are available on Patreon, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of Tangled 2010 and press play, and I press play when the timer reaches 0. So, you've probably read the title. You know, I've seen this movie. I quite like this movie, actually. I will be reacting to Tangled the series, which I have not seen, and I figured it was sensible to revisit a movie that I've actually seen several times. I quite like this movie, but it has been a good number of years, so it's probably worthwhile to go back in. I always liked Frozen a touch more than this movie because I thought it had more memorable songs. Really and truly, the only songs that come to mind right now when I think of this movie are Mother's Knows Best, both the main and the reprise, and the bar song, just for being funny, but I don't even remember what is said in the song. Uh that was the main distinction between the movies for why I preferred Frozen. I love the characters in this movie, especially Rapunzel herself. I look forward to seeing them again. I'm never la da 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 ba ba boo ba 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 ba. I love doing this. Yeah, sure, buddy. I'll let the intro get over with before I talk about Flynn, Eugene. I do. Ah, it's probably exaggerating. Yeah, like a minute ago. I don't really think you needed to forecast that one, buddy. Should have put you in a pot and watered you, possibly in a cellar where no one would ever find you. Get you the sun you needed, obviously. Instead, like, God, just imagine if a rock had fallen on it. Like, just some perfectly normal occurrence that just destroyed the flower. No more immortality for you. Woo! Oh, I never would have known. I tell you what, for villainous actions, you don't get too much better than stealing a baby. I tell you, Frollo wins. He tried to kill a baby as his very first action. Would not mind some more backstory on Mother Gothel, because she busted into this place like it was easy, whereas a professional thief, like Flynn, ends up getting caught despite all his skills. Yeah, great idea. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're, uh, still a bullshitter. That was always the issue. Why did you tell her her real birthday? You could have made up anything. Could have turned her into a June baby. Who's better at magically controlling hair despite having no abilities to do so? Her or Remy? And don't get me wrong when I say the songs in this movie are perfectly good, but other than Mother Knows Best, I never found any of them particularly catchy. Now! No. Tell you what, it takes a great personality to not just sort of wallow in this situation. I do want to know the creative. Dude, imagine just how much simpler her day is without that hair anymore. Actually, yeah. It's like, well, I used to spend 4 hours doing this. I will say I so deeply appreciate that when they answered the question of how long should we make her hair, they did not simply just say, well, kinda long. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what it takes to get in. To steal an object. And Mother Gothel got in by herself and stole a baby. Maybe they upped security. I always kind of thought of Flynn Rider as a character as sort of an improved Aladdin. Obviously, it's not one-to-one, but some of the basic character traits of when Aladdin is doing his thieving, his, general that attitude, versus when he's interacting with the main heroine, I think Flynn just is a little better in those interactions and those moments. Starting the timer at 8:45. In 3, 2, 1, go. Now just imagine if he hadn't said anything. There'd be no plot. Like, literally, this guy being a smug jackass is the only reason that the plot of this movie happens. I like Pascal, but not as much as I like a certain other sidekick. God, I get that she's using leverage and all that, but the muscle, the absolute raw strength. That pulley system can only get you so far. Ow. I do love the nature of Mother Gothel is her being so self-obsessed that she would neglect treatment of her daughter, even if it's required for maintaining the lie long term. Just... I will say, I would like it to be a little bit more clear what aspects of her personality came from Mother Gothel, who raised her, so there had to be some. You're terrible at this. Only you were as good at doing this as you were busting into castles. Could have given her any birthday. Like, and it's one thing to screw up your relationship with her. That whole dynamic over 18 years, what with it being a lie and all, what it's not acceptable is you getting the details like that. Fucked up. Like, there's this princess whose birthday is the same as mine who happened to disappear 18 years ago. I so love that line. The plague! No, yes. I do kind of wish we got more time her interacting with other people in her life, Mother Gothel. Like, she's got to have other things going on. Start the timer at 13:45. 3, 2, 1, go. What's also great is you can tell that with all the things she's brought up, it's just repeats of things she's told her before. She's not wearing shoes. She's home. Ah. The real miracle of Rapunzel is she never had that teenage moment where she cuts off all her hair in just pure anger and it completely derails the rest of the plot. Took her needing her entire existence to be saved, really. I love this song. Not as much as I love the reprise. The nose. God forbid those two were ever committing crimes separately. They sure look like the guys on the posters, but there's only one of them. Give him a little bit of that Han Solo, this is clearly a bastard energy. Aha! And the greatest character in the movie is here. Brilliantly done! And it begins. Greatest fucking horse ever. Let's just kill him. We don't need to capture him. It's okay. Oh dear. Absolute miracle that anyone survived that, but alright. Sniffer's not worth much, is it, horse? I love Maximus so very much. I'm barely kidding when I say he's my favorite character. Barely. Just to the idea that this police horse commands more respect and authority than actual guards do. Somebody's been playing Conker's Bad Fur Day. Imagine if he was dead. Might have been a bonding moment with Mother Gothel, like, wait, you murdered somebody? Yes! Oh, thank God he's hot. This would be a much bigger problem if he wasn't, I guess. Oh, that looks so painful. See, Rapunzel. Oh, oh, she's so unreasonably strong that I actually don't think it should be this hard for her. Well, it is Pride Month as I'm filming this, so get it out of there. I mean, for you, it might be like a waistband. And another instance where the entire plot doesn't exist. If if anything different had happened here, anything. I don't remember the reason that she doesn't get that far. Is it that one of the various things distracts her? I know, but I don't remember exactly what it was. That is so cool. This guy's having a bad day. He's remarkably sturdy. Not a scratch on him after all she's done to him, but ah. Going into the air. The start to any great love story involves a good kidnapping. Which I will argue it became instead of just being self-defense after she stuffed him into a closet. Oh, God. Cold-blooded. You underestimate this man's finding abilities, I think. He told her to dramatically, like, make it look cool. I'll tell you what, that was some pretty amazing art interpretation right there. Like, in an instant, he's like, the lantern thing, yeah. A horse. Gothel finds it within like 2 minutes. Alright, lay on the smolder, buddy. I can't do it. It survived a lot more than that. Just imagine if one of the arrows broke. He dies. Shit. Nicely done. Just imagine. I know I'm just speculating on just some nonsense that could happen a lot, but it's fun. Whatever. It was a stormy day. Fuck, why now? For the first time in forever. I have the existential crisis. You are being very, very patient, Eugene. I gotta give it to you. What is your hair wrapping around? And it's going like that. Oh, did you figure that one out, huh, buddy? Damn reverse psychology. He's evil! Oh, bother. I love that he. Oh, you idiot! I misremembered that. I thought he was being smart grabbing the frying pan before he upset her. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't have given it back. Unlike you, huh? Covers the nose, right? Yep. Well, now it'll be harder to find him! Expert camouflage. That's right, okay. Oh, and the storming does start! Ah, some killer music, too. The realization. I can't believe Rapunzel never would have found this. 18 years and her being as curious as she is about everything and as bored is a finite space. At least she didn't try the old literally right away. Stuffing under a mattress trick. See, the irony here is this isn't nearly as bad as it looks from her perspective. I still mostly think, and I don't want to say this before I'm sure, because there's been quite a few movies since 2010, but I still largely think that Mother Gothel is the last great Disney animated movie villain. Indubitably. Oh dear, oh dear. You made a bit of a mistake for yourself coming here, huh? Don't make it match the poster, please! God, it's good this is a Disney movie! Otherwise, this would go very differently. Pascal's just utter confusion at the random musical numbers. Yeah. Does have inside of every demon is a rainbow feels to it. I forgot that she caught up to her at one point. I know it's not going to be a while till they speak again, but. Oh dear. That's right. A bit of a troublemaker you've gotten yourself involved with, Rapunzel. Oh. And he's here! The real investigator! His sniffer's no longer on the fritz. That's trust. I love this. He even knew what to push. Greatest horse ever. Didn't really think hard about that one, did you? God, you might be the closest to age appropriate for her, too. Oh, a legitimately great action scene coming up here. That's some Jack Sparrow nonsense right there. I don't think I deserve that. I don't think I deserve that either. And you're gonna wait a little bit longer, I guess. Yes! You should know this is the strangest thing I've ever done! And thus, the characters were depowered for the rest of the movie. Didn't see the mile-long hair coming, did you? You're a very sturdy individual, but the horse is not done! Look at the determination on his face! Awesome. I wonder if Rapunzel's hair to Mother Gothel is kind of like the Lazarus pit for Ra's al Ghul. Over the long, long years of using it, he needs to use it much more often to maintain his youth. It's one of the few times that my lights are actually a touch of a problem. So just die? Always try and survive, my dude. This is where he tells her his name's Eugene. Or is that at the... Yeah, no, it's here. That is the appropriate response on his face, right? Your hair was very kind with the lacking need for an entire verse to get to this point. Awesome. Not dead yet. The look on his face. There's more? Nice. What's the best part? I wonder if a part of why Mother Gothel wouldn't want the crown for herself, which obviously she's using it to her own means. So maybe she would want it, but she's doing this. But maybe she just wants to keep a lower profile because the whole immortality thing makes it very difficult to not be super suspicious to a bunch of people. Pascal. That's just that smugness. I also really like this song. More from a functional standpoint than a catchiness standpoint. I'm not freaking out. How long has it been doing it? I love this guy so much. So very much. Technically correct is the best kind of correct. It's a little surprised she never cut the brown bit out. Hmm. Oh. Impressive to become literate in this day and age as an orphan. Gotta give him credit for that. I guess I'm most curious what Flynn's character, or Eugene, whatever they end up calling him, is going to be in the show. Because Rapunzel has a groundwork I can see them working from and developing character over the course of seasons. I don't know where they're gonna go with him, though. I worry that he could end up just being the spinning wheels character who never really changes or has any meaningful development in that sense. And we're gearing up for probably my favorite part of the movie. Ooh. You're one to talk. Maybe that's what she imparted on her. An affection for the naughty. I love villain songs, and this one's a really good one. Flynn's like, man, I heard the whole song. How could she think I'd fall for this? They were talking so loud. I love it. That lady was singing really loud. You would be very patient, I suspect. Oh dear. Oh! You had to swim for it. Well, now you're both barefoot. It was her frying pan I fought you with! Not a big fan of him just being a dog in that respect, but otherwise, aw. He's an excellent horse, my dude. Put aside your own bias. He will not be chasing the horse. The horse will be doing all the chasing. I guess it is a little less funny that the horse has complete control over the dynamic of the relationship. I might have been misremembering. Okay. I refuse to believe her hair would be a problem now, when it hasn't been up to then. The one kid actually kind of looks like Anna from Frozen. God, that is so impressive. So unbelievably impressive, and I do mean unbelievable. Oh. It's so depressing, them having murals up for a baby who was around for maybe a day. I will say that, at least from his current perspective, obviously things change. It's not unreasonable for Flynn's immediate priority to be to get the heck out of Dodge as soon as he's got that crown. Putting aside the fact that he does genuinely care for her now. Wanted man. Flynn should be like, and now I make my daring escape, never to be seen again. Going back. Starting the timer at 104:27. In 3, 2, 1, go. He's like looking at which apples are cool to eat. I wonder if they still do the Lantern Festival, like, after the fact. I mean, it would be a good commemoration of a great, miracle. Oh. What's really tragic is they never had another kid. And maybe the mom can't because she had enough trouble having the first one. And I believe that as soon as he gets the crown, or however it's gonna go, he's gonna get tied up on a boat to make it look like he's abandoning her. This is what I'm talking about for some of the songs not being overly memorable. I didn't even remember this one happened. Like everything else up to now, I was aware of the song's existence. Later! Like, what if he actually was that horrible? Would Mother Gothel even bother handing him over to the two goons? She'd be like, shit, that worked better than I thought! Oh. And disaster. Oh. That was actually a very good bit of acting. Just in that one line of okay. Gosh, I really am a little stir crazy from being in that tower for 18 years. You look so different. They always make it look so easy to set up one of these little schemes. Like the person wouldn't be going as they're trying to break free of the restraints. Now, is this part of the scheme with these two between her Mother Gothel and them? I don't recall. Yeah, she is aging unreasonably quickly. No, I think we're done with these two. It really did go down a little bit too easy, like, for it to not be on screen. At least let us see how badass Mother Gothel is if she's gonna do that. Oh dear. Awfully quick to capital punishment, I gotta say. You'd know. Oh. It's not. Pascal's not quite as charming as the mice from Cinderella, but could be worse. Ba-na. Yeah, you really put the puzzle together on this one, Rapunzel. Yeah, just played it cool. Woo. How did you find out about that specifically? You didn't have time. Maybe you just assumed, but. You're already there. I do like that Rapunzel's considerably stronger than her in a head on confrontation. It looks like she had to get sneaky to be able to get her the regular way. Instead of just grabbing Flynn. These guards aren't very impressive. That worked. Somehow magically good aim on everyone's part there, but I tell you what, Maximus commands so much respect that the guard should have a moment of hesitation where they're like, wait, that horse trusts him? Oh dear, do you really want to find that out? A little bit weird that he would say it the same way as Gothel. To get that one classic scene from the book. Oh. I get that it's a kid's movie, but if you're gonna have somebody stab somebody, at least have the knife be a little red after. Not like dripping. We don't want to go over gory, but something, you know? Oh. You've come a long way. Being willing to die for her safety. And so, I've not saved you so much as freedom. Especially on the topic of the knife not being red or bloody at all. What we're about to see being so much more horrifying. Had to hide the blood a little. But it's there. Oh. I love that. Didn't see that one coming, did you, you old bitch? Alright, one kill for Pascal. It's great. Oh. Oh. You're a great brunette. Oh. Let's at least try and patch you up the good old-fashioned way before we Pikachu this. Her eyes look so much bigger without the hair to compensate. Just a little bit of magic left. Maybe. We got an entire TV show. I suspect there's a little bit more magic, but... That would be interesting, though the entire Tangled series is just politics. Turns into Game of Thrones. Yeah. Maybe I'm questioning the magic too much, but he would not be that lively that quick. I think it'd just be a couple minutes of, wow, that was a lot of blood loss. I'm good now. Do wonder if anyone has ever come forward and they thought it was a con. Well, you have the right eyes, so maybe that'll help. Also, the fact that your hair actually resembles one of your parents now, perhaps. I tell you, this does almost make me believe anybody with a sufficient cry face could have shown up and they'd have bought it. I'm a wanted man. I was about to be hanged. No. I cannot believe it. And nothing bad ever happened again. That's right, okay. I really do love this movie. Quite a bit, actually. I'm not upset that the series won the poll. I know the reason I never got around to it initially was because it was a TV show based on a movie. It probably wasn't going to be that good. Or even if it was decent, it wasn't going to be anything special. But a lot of people seem to like it. So I have hope. So is the monkey, was that cut from the film or what? Not sure I've ever sat through the end credits for this movie. Might have. Wrong Mark Hamill. It's not like my opinion of the movie has changed, because I already loved it. But it was a nice revisit, and hopefully it'll make me a little bit more keen to notice details and ideas in the show than I might have been if I'd skipped the movie, because I've seen it several times already. I guess the only weak point of the movie is I don't find a lot of the bar patrons that funny, like the really old guy. But super nitpicking. They're such minor characters that it hardly matters. I guess I wish there was a little bit more about on the captain of the guard, given how much I like Maximus. No, I really do think this is a beautiful movie. Rapunzel is probably my favorite mainline Disney princess. Probably. I'm gonna Google which ones are in the official roster. Cinderella, Snow White, Aurora, Ariel, Belle. Ooh, Mulan's in the official roster? I didn't think she was. Okay, so Mulan's up there given that. I like Tiana a bunch. Yeah, the top three are almost definitely Milan, Rapunzel, and Belle. I like Cinderella a bunch. She's probably in the next category down, along with Tiana, I'd think. I like her a bunch. Tiana probably the best fleshed out in terms of a believable character. Which actually kind of makes sense from the perspective of Rapunzel, her being less fleshed out because she hasn't had much chance to explore her own interests in life. I was never big on Ariel. Or Merida. Hmm. Snow White and Aurora are complete afterthoughts to me. They're barely characters. Those were the days before the main female lead had to be important in her own story. Maybe that's a little harsh against Snow White, but God, it's a possibility. I was about to say, I wonder if they're gonna do a Tangled live action remake, but I wouldn't put it past them to have already done it. They've just done so many. Hey, there is one in development. Wow. Wow. Here's hoping that turns out okay. Yeah. I never really understood why the legal people were in the end credits in some of these instances. Nothing against any of the individuals, just the justification for that position being regards to the creation of the movie specifically. Wait, I gotta read that. Weird little copyright blurb. Starting the timer at 1:39. In 3, 2, 1, go. I can't whistle. Not at all. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow.